Oh yeah,
Okay.
you're good.
All right, let's 3, 2, 1, action. What's up? I'm Wendy, and I'm here with the Kennedy Vale from Sacramento, and they just played their show in Denver tonight. And you guys said this is the first tour that you've been on since you've been signed. How's everything going?
So far, everything's been great. Turnouts have been good. We've been doing great on merch, selling good amounts every night, getting rid of a lot of t-shirts and CDs.
Cool, and that's what's kind of funding you to get to the next show, more or less?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, we have our guarantees every night, but being our first time out on the road for an extended period of time, our guarantees don't very much. So the merch is really helping us out a lot.
That's great. And Casey, you were talking about like something that you could tell newer bands that are coming into a point where maybe they're starting to look into touring or looking into label interest. What kind of advice do you feel like you could offer bands?
Well, one, my first advice would be to establish yourself to some extent first, musically, understand what your sound is, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish musically, does your band want to make it to that level, does your band want to be out here busting your ass and treating it like a job, because that's what it is. And, I see a lot of younger bands that don't do that, and the ones that do succeed are the ones that treat it like that.
Yeah, it's a difference from a hobby to career.
We were talking about Jeff from Psychosomatic, and Jeff, what's up, Jeff?
What's up, Jeff?
Jeff said a very good thing. Show up on time, treat people with respect, and they'll be fucking successful. Because that touring is no different than doing a good job. Don't act like you're a rock star. Go there, show up, do your job, sweat your ass off, get to the next thing. And that's kind of how we treat it. I mean, not like robots, but for Dave and I, it's and our band members as well. It's our 30 minutes or whatever we do on stage is what makes it worth it. That 6, 15, 8-hour drive that we spend. So
that impression you're making.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming here to try to get the word out for our band, and obviously the band as well. And put a good name out there for us and our label and so on and so on. Yeah,
and even for smaller shows, if you sell one shirt and you make one new fan out of the smaller show, then it's worth it.
That's awesome.
But I mean, as far as as getting signed and things like that, as far as touring and things, I think a lot of bands, it's good for younger bands, and we did it when we first started off as well. And that was, don't go out on the road and kill yourself. Don't go out and or you can't pay for yourself to get back home or anything like that.
Overdo it.
But it's good to know what your personalities are like with each other on the road.
Totally.
Things like that. Do you really want to do this? Do you want to wake up in a Walmart parking lot and go bust your ass and go to the next thing? That's the life, Anybody that comes to a death metal show or even rock and roll shows nowadays, it's not about like pussy booze. It's about busting their ass and treating it like a job and fucking going out having fun. So.
Loving every one of your fans out there.
I know it's a little disgusting sounding, but I know a lot of people are like, they have an image of their head like
being a rock star.
It's just not right.
It's not glamorous.
It's not.
Living in a van with 4 dudes.
Not showering for 4 days. Cleaning yourself with baby wipes, that's the reality of it.
Right.
But I mean, for younger bands, one thing I would say is it shouldn't be about getting signed. I think you'll eventually just kind of get to that path. I think for us, we were both in bands prior to, obviously, as him and I started the Kennedy Vale, but we knew exactly what we wanted, and it more or less comes to you.
Right.
Instead of you searching for it and pining for it, I think it's either a natural process or it's not. To me, anyways, all the great bands out there, they didn't force themselves to go out there and get signed. It was something that happened naturally because that's what they wanted.
Right.
So.
And you guys have been together for
4 years.
4 years.
4.5.
Yeah, since 2009.
And you just had an album come out in January, is that right?
Yeah, January 21st.
Perfect. And is that the first one since you've been on your record label? Is that the first one?
Yeah, it's our debut with Unique Video Records.
Yeah, we put out an EP when we first started off. It was more just to get out there.
Right.
Obviously have songs to play. Things like that. But yeah, we kind of look at this as like our first big thing. And so far so good, the album's doing well, and we're on a great tour with some fucking great bands that we look up to, and it's been a good experience.
Still isn't here. I talked to him an hour ago.
That's great. So how long is your tour this time around? Are you guys going on the road? Is it for a month or a little bit less?
No, this one's just 11 shows.
11 shows.
So
11 in a
mostly
row.
West Coast, and then
they're way
here
beyond that. I
in
think we were
Phoenix
well
is about the farthest we get out. So.
And then back to Cali and go up to LA area for a few shows. Or San Diego to the LA area shows.
Area.
Type area.
SoCal.
SoCal.
Okay.
And do you have plans to extend and go to the East Coast or go down to Mexico or
Definitely.
record another album first?
We're definitely hoping this year to do at least another tour to reach out a little farther, go to East Coast or Midwest. And
We're not in a rush to get.
we want to let people marinate on this album for a little bit, and then maybe next year we'll have enough material to record the next one.
We want the next one to just completely topple.
And it Carlos is
at this point.
guaranteed.
You always want to get back. We have some things in the work right now, and I think people are going to be pretty excited about the future. But as of right now, we're just full steam ahead on this one.
Trying to do Fall City.
That's
We're doing
great.
it now.
It is awesome, the community. It's awesome that you guys have come so far and been so successful during the time that you guys have been working together. So,
Success.
We're happy to be here.
yeah, that's great.
Working our butts off.
Cool. So we have some cool tour shows possibly coming up in the near future this year then with the Kennedy Vale. And any festivals or anything that you're looking forward to?
No one said anything to us yet.
Right now, this is all we have.
Yeah, this is curveball.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. Do you have anything you want to say to where can people find your album, or what's the best place to find your music? Or
Go to thekennedyville.bandcamp.com and download digital copies there. indiemerch.com hoodies and sweatshirts and long sleeves, as well as the album if you want to get a physical copy, or record stores, Best Buy, Amazon.
some good distribution.
Our Unique Leader is very good about distribution, so.
That's great. Perfect. So sounds like you can get their merchandise just about anywhere, but check out the Bandcamp site for music, and you can probably order the CD too.
It will be on there, yeah.
Okay.
But right now, physical copies are just on either Amazon or Indie Merch.
That's great.
Come to a live show.
Yeah.
Come
It's all
party
about
with
the
us.
live show.
Check out the tour dates on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. Cool. Well, thank you so much, you guys. It was great to see you again, and good luck on the rest of your tour.
Thank you.
All right.